to talk a bit more about dyslexia, I want to talk a bit more about neurotypicals. So if I estimate that 15% of your workforce could be neurodiverse, that would mean that 85% isn't neurodivergent. So we've got a term that we use like neurotypical, and actually, sorry to offend a lot of people, a lot of neurotypical people could just be average. But no one really likes to be called average, but I've spent most of my career working in the disability sector where disabled people are focused on very negatively. So I'm just readdressing that balance. But a lot of people are very, very, we'd say generalist, and there wouldn't be much disparity in their skill set. So if certain skills are plotted on a graph or they had a test or an assessment, it might be that a lot of their skills are very close together. So their processing speed, people skills, problem solving, and ability to plan. There wouldn't be a massive spike in ability, or neither would there be a massive area where people might need support. I would say from one thing that people I've worked with in neurodiversity, there's often a spiky profile of ability. So especially when I worked with a lot of the autistic people that I supported into work, they might have been fabulous at some of the jobs they wanted to do, but really struggling in interview. So I've worked with lots of dyslexic people who are very entrepreneurial, very good problem solvers. I've seen various stats over the years ranging from 20 to 40% of entrepreneurs are dyslexic, but I've also seen a stat which showed only 1% of CEOs are dyslexic. So somewhere along the way, workplaces are missing out on that talent or not promoting that talent through the business for certain reasons that I don't have all the time to go into at the moment. Also good problem solvers, but where we might need to make adjustments are things like processing speed. So if you ever wondered why dyslexic people had extra time in exams, that's an adjustment. Because I often say dyslexic people can sometimes be reflective thinkers. So that reflection, you may need extra time in exams. So some other things I've learned about dyslexia over the years. Many people are very thinking 3D. So if you ever speak to a builder, you're talking about a project, often they shut their eyes and move their hands around. That's them potentially thinking in 3D. Obviously, everyone's different, and not every dyslexic person will have all of these strengths and challenges. But these are things that I've seen across the years. And when I speak, I try not to just say the things you might already know or associate with the condition. So you might already know that dyslexic people can struggle with literacy, but I really want to try and highlight the other areas. So I used to support a lot of physiotherapists who had dyslexia, and actually their 3D thinking, their problem solving, their spatial awareness, their ability to get on with people made them really excellent physiotherapists. And now actually, if I meet someone and they're really good verbally and they're communicating really well and emotionally intelligent, one of my thoughts often is, potentially this person could be dyslexic. I don't wait to see with what might be negative about them to start thinking about these conditions. I immediately start thinking, actually, this person seems like they've got these skills over and above everyone else. Could they be dyslexic? And not see it in a negative way.